going to be a tarot reading. I'm going to do one after this. But I wanted to go ahead and get this reading, put it out there. But I've been wanting to do this twin flame reading, twin soul reading. I mean, well, not reading. After I just said it's not a reading. But I've been wanting to do this video for some time, but I've just been needing and wanting to get like as much information as possible. So I feel like I got, quite a bit to go off of so we can better understand what a twin soul is, what a twin flame is. It's the same thing. They're one and one. Basically, a twin soul, a twin flame is someone that you actually incarnate with, that you have had many lifetimes with, many past lives with. You share the same soul. Now, one soul can be split into several souls, and you can come down into different bodies. It can be like that sometimes, or sometimes it's one soul just splits into two. In this case, your twin soul, that's what this would be. So literally, he is you, she is you, you are them. You know what I'm saying? So the best way I can describe this type of relationship, this type of connection, is something so like intense, magnetic. It's, ooh, I don't know how to describe it in words, really. It brings a lot of beauty, a lot of fun times and beautiful memories, but also a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of purging, a lot of healing if you are able to, if you're really able to see it for what it is. Now, most of the time, you ain't gonna see that. Most of the time, you have no idea who this person is. You just don't know why you can't get rid of them. Sometimes the divine feminine, or sometimes the masculine, but usually the divine feminine is the one in the forefront, is the one who is aware of what's going on. Like this, she know it's something different with this relationship. There's something different with this dynamic, and it's like this unexplainable draw towards this person. And again, it's unexplainable. You don't know why you want to be with this person, and this person might not even treat you the best, but it's something about them that you feel, that feels familiar, that feels at home, that feels like you. And it's a connection that you have, like, again, never experienced before. It's something completely different to what it is that you're used to. At least the intensity of it is like I said, your twin might not even treat you the best, but you can't get rid of them. You can't stop thinking about them everywhere you go. Even when you attempt to move on, there's their name or the things that they do or create, or everything reminds them of you. You see their car everywhere, their favorite color or whatever, their favorite whatever, fill in the blank. You get what I'm saying? You just see that stuff over and over again, and that's how you know, because I don't think I've ever experienced that with anybody else. Now, seeing a car somewhere, okay, maybe I'd be seeing people's cars that I've dated in other places, but not with the twin. The twin, you will see everything, especially during separation. 3 3s for the confirmation. Especially during separation, you will see everything. And that's another thing. Separation is inevitable during the twin soul journey. You're going to separate. If not, it's just going to be super duper toxic. And who wants to put up and deal with that? You feel me? I feel like that. How can I say it? What it really is, the whole twin soul dynamic is meant for you to find stability. And I saw 44 when I looked at the clock. It's meant for you to, again, heal. It's not about union, which is what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that, oh no, we're supposed to be together forever and ever. Yeah, if they heal, if you heal, they heal, yes, then great, y'all can make it work. But if not, it's a lot of turmoil, it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of mirroring things that are within you that you had no idea needed healing. Things from past lives, things from family generational curses that ain't even got shit to do with you sometimes. But guess what, babe? You're the generational curse breaker. You're the one that is going to do the healing. And the twin, when you meet your twin flame, 3 4s, it's like you get to a certain level of healing, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you end up meeting your twin flame early on, and it's really not gonna work then. You feel me? But because Because again, the only way these dynamics work, like the connection is so intense, like you just know you're going to be a power couple with your twin because y'all got so much in common. Y'all love each other. Like everything is perfect with twin until it's not perfect with twin. You feel me? But when it is, it's just like you can see the vision of where it's gonna go with this person. Not quite like other people. Maybe your soulmate. You might have that same vision with your soulmate, but it's completely different with your twin or whatever. And again, it makes you see the parts of yourself that you didn't know that need healing. A lot of childhood trauma, in other words, that sometimes is buried deep within, and only your twin can bring you out. Because guess what? They're you in another body. It's the same person. Y'all have a lot of the same issues. And maybe sometimes the person who's aware of the connection or know that it's like really something up with it, like it's different, 3/5s, they're normally the ones that will initiate the healing or will start to have the boundaries. Like it pretty much triggers you anything that you were lacking before. Boundaries, speaking up for yourself, and saying, being truthful, being honest, knowing when to do all of these things is gonna make you do it or keep getting walked over. It really makes you see your self-worth, your self-value. It is not about union. It is about healing yourself, healing any curses or spells that are on your family, really finding your passion, what it is that you love to do, and starting your spiritual journey or continuing it or ascending in it. Because really, when you both do that and y'all come back together, like the ascension that you are going to experience with your twin is like no other. And I've had a glimpse of that with a twin that was older than me, but the connection wasn't as intense as this one is. So I could just imagine how this one would be if me and my twin was to actually come together. You feel me? But again, we have to do the work. You have to follow your purpose, your goals. You have to do the healing. If not, if you're doing all of this just to get your twin back, they're not going to come back. And if they do, it's not going to be right. 717, there's that twin energy. So trust the process. It's about you learning learning more about yourself, loving yourself on a deeper level, that you didn't think you needed. Really, like you need that self-love. 2/7s, you need to know how divine you really are, how much you have purpose in this reality. And your twin, again, if you haven't had a spiritual awakening before that, oh babe, the twin will definitely wake your ass up if you apply everything. If you just get mad and say fuck them and go somewhere else or off with somebody else or a karmic, more than likely, but you always think about that person, it's because you didn't do the work. You didn't do the work. And even if you do, you still gonna think about your twin. It's your twin. I'm seeing all the numbers tonight. They got the 88 too. So yeah, it's like, it's just letting me know how divine this connection is. And you will know too, because again, you see so many synchronicities and signs, and you just get this feeling that, again, like I said, like even now, like I don't have a word to describe it, but it's a happy, blissful feeling is what your twin can bring for you. However, what I will say is if you don't do the work and you just go off to someone else, then you get stuck in karmic loops. You get stuck in karmic cycles. You get people who want nothing from you but sexual energy and they gonna give you a headache, basically. It's karmic. It's never that, and that too, even with that, that's destined to fail unless they really like toxicity. Now, if they really like toxicity, then they'll stay. They'll stay for years. Sometimes they'll even get married, even though they got all the signs to leave, which is what a lot of our parents did. A lot of us come from karmic relationships, unfortunately, and we have had to, we're the byproduct of that. But you gotta, again, do you want to heal and experience real true love, or do you think that's for the birds? You think that's just a story or a fairy tale? And your twin will make you question that, because you receive, even when if your twin isn't healed, you receive certain parts of them. Hey Tiff, you receive certain parts of them that are like, they have the ability to love you unconditionally, basically. which is something that most of us have not experienced. Shit, we barely experienced the regular love. And then unconditional love, like, you know what I'm saying? So your twin, and that's also what makes you so attracted to them, even though there's toxicity in the connection. It's because, again, like, you know that they have that ability to really love you on a deep level. They've done certain little things here that give you hints, and you want to see that side of them, but until they heal, you're not going to get the full version. You're just going to get a breadcrumb version of that, which is going to make you want more. So it's a very addictive and can be toxic relationship if no one heals, if no one does the work. So that's all the twin soul journey is about. Just for you to do the work, become the alchemist, but or go to another level of alchemy to also accept your psychic abilities and your psychic gifts. A lot of us have super natural abilities that we don't even know that we have. Like, they're already built in this biological computer, and your twin will be there to assist you with unlocking that. Even before y'all get into union, they unlock certain things because, again, they trigger you to heal. You heal, and then that's what brings in the abilities. That's what brings in just being able to access different levels on it. Like, I was doing tarot readings before I met my twin, but now that I'm doing, it's been a year since we've known each other, I can definitely tell that I've gotten a lot better with picking up on energy and intuition, especially picking up on energy from different energies that he was like introducing me to and stuff. Like, I didn't see it at first, just like even before then I didn't see it, but then when I met him, it was just like, again, your twin makes you question everything. They make you question everything. Like, is the sky really fucking blue? Like, it's really interesting because again, that's part of that spiritual awakening. You really start to be like, yo, I've been bamboozled on what love is, on what self-love is, on how to really maneuver throughout life. You start to really look at all of that. You look at your relationship on money, your friends, family, how you want children, how you want to raise them. Like, everything starts to come into play. Everything starts to come into like, yo, who the fuck are you? And why am I thinking of all of this stuff? But again, sometimes, like, I had mine before, but it just made me love myself on a deeper level. So I got the self-love and see parts of myself that I didn't know need healing or whatever. But I feel like for my twin, he's never really had that spiritual awakening about, like, loving yourself. Like, that is the first, like, everybody know to love themselves, but how deep are you gonna go? Are you just going to stop right here like most of our parents and peers do, or are you gonna really go in and do the work? Because it's very uncomfortable. And that's another thing. Like, they're gonna bring up all of that childhood trauma, all that shit you went through with mom and dad. If it was mom and dad, they're gonna bring all of that up. Now, if it comes abusive, that is not a twin. That is a karmic, and you need to get far away from them. Your twin will never abuse you. They might be mean, they might do some fucked up shit, but they're not gonna abuse you. 3 ones and then 13. I think that's what I saw. But yeah, they're never gonna do anything to that extent. But again, it's very uncomfortable because they make you see the parts of yourself that you have buried really, really deep in, or again, you didn't know was even there. I know for me, it was stuff I didn't know was there. I didn't realize that, like, I had a rejection thing. Like, I don't mind. I know it doesn't bother me being rejected. It's how people do it. You feel me? It's like leading me on to thinking that you want something, and then toodles, I'm ghosting you, goodbye, I'm choosing someone else. You feel me? Like, that's the part that hurts once your feelings are involved. And a lot of times this is what they do. They there's usually one that's more mature than the other one that's more spiritually, psychically advanced than the other one, and it's not always the feminine, but most of the time it is. And again, it will just cause you to be like, yo, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing parts of myself that don't sit well with me. I can no longer not have any boundaries. I can no longer not have a stable mindset. I can't depend on them either, especially coming from a feminine. I can't always depend on him if I can't depend on myself, if I can't take care of myself, which wasn't the case. But it's still always nice when you do have someone there, when you have someone there who understands you on all levels. You know how rare that is to find, and you find that with your twin. So I say all this to say, again, these twin flame dynamics are happening for a reason. It's not happening just because we in 2000, because it's another year. It's literally a bigger divine plan that's unfolding with this journey. And as long as you trust the process, you do the work, you will get what you want. And it can be hard to believe that because you don't have any physical evidence. You just, you just got to be on a hope and a prayer. But that's where the faith comes in. You have to trust source. If you don't trust source, you don't trust yourself, because you are source. All of us are fragments of source in different bodies, just living out this human experience or whatever planet you incarnating on. But since we here on Earth, that's what we doing here. And source wants you to experience the best life. But whoever said it was going to be easy. And your twin flame is probably going to be one of the hardest relationships that you've dealt with besides your parents. Because, again, they bring up a lot of parental trauma issues that, they suck. They really suck. 16, 16, and 7, 7. Know that this person is divine. You're divine. They're divine. No matter, even though, again, y'all both could have your days where you aren't being your most divine self. You are divine souls. You are divine twin souls, and your path is divine. So not only are you literally like divine, you're protected, you're abundant. And all of us are naturally like that, but it's just a heightened level when you do the healing, your twin does the healing, and you come back together for union, because now y'all both understands, one, what it is to be without each other. That shit sucks, to be without your twin, because you kind of get to a point you don't want to date anybody else. You don't want to, you try to date, but you just be like, no, you're not my twin. Like, it's not the same person. Not to say you're never going to find that happiness, but I will say, even from older people or people who have moved on, they say they still think about their twin. They're happy in their marriage, but they still think about them. Like, I wonder, like, what if, things would have worked out. 17, 17, 8, 8. So, again, like, these relationships are here to allow us to heal, but also to experience the best type of love on this planet that this dimension has to offer. So, be patient with yourself. Be patient with your twin. If this is what you really want, be patient. But if, again, you seeing clear signs that they don't, I ain't gonna say that, because they all act as if they don't want you. They say they don't want you. You will think they don't want you. You'll think you're going fucking crazy. You'll think you're delusional. They might even go as far as calling you that. Or everything you bring up to them. It's just always rejection to make you think they don't. But then there's that magnet energy that just brings you right back together, and y'all back to having the best fun ever. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's very confusing, because one minute y'all like, you playing wifey, and then the next minute y'all at odds. Y'all not friends no more. Y'all not talking, even though you constantly thinking about them. You can't get them off your head. You're dreaming about them, or you could have dreams revealing their true feelings. A lot of times, especially since the masculine or the feminine on the other side won't say anything, you'll have dreams, or you'll have other people confirming things that you was thinking about. You feel me? That will fill in the blanks. And again, it's about building up that trust with yourself, that self-love with yourself, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. And if you love yourself to the fullest, then you are going to trust your intuition. And again, it's just different levels of loving yourself the more I find out. Because yes, of course I love myself, but I've been doubting this connection for so long. Like, no, like I know who he is, and he know who he is too. However, I've been trying to like really run away from it at this point, and it's like I still can't. Like, I'm still dreaming about him. I'm still seeing his car, his name, is just everything is reminding me of this man. I can't escape him. And I know I'm not the only one going through this. And I'm having so many different occurrences and synchronicities to let me know I'm not tripping. I'm not crazy. You feel me? Because they will definitely make you think that you've lost your mind or that you are going crazy. And really delving into spirituality and these gifts that you get is just a step away from craziness. You just, a lot of these people who have mental issues, they are very gifted people, but they don't know how to transmute the energy or the messages, which is energy still. They don't know how to transmute the energy, basically, which is why it's very important to, make sure that your body, that your temple is right, making sure that your pineal gland is decalcified, because that's your transmitter. If that's calcified, well, guess what? You're not going to be able to transmit shit. You got 3 tools as well. So, with you being able to do that and like making sure you stay healthy, again, this journey is a whole 360 holistic journey. It's not just you healing to get love. No, it's you healing your body, your mind, your soul. And the more that you do that, the more that you will have a clear channel, the more that you'll be able to really embrace your gifts and expand them instead of allowing them to make you think you're crazy, because you're not getting any physical evidence, which is what we're used to, as opposed to you getting the spiritual evidence and you still like, but that's not what's happening in the physical. Doesn't matter. What are you getting? What is your intuition saying? Do you love yourself? You trust yourself? Go with it. It's going to take some time, some practice to get it down packed. You're not going to get it overnight or within a month or two. It might take a year or two. Who knows? But you got to do it. Or face the consequences of keep attracting shitty people. So again, the twin flame journey is a beautiful, necessary journey if you really are serious about your spirituality and ascending. And some people came here to play a part of being low vibrating, while others came to raise the vibration and make a change, make a difference, to show people what divine love really is and what it looks like, what a power couple really looks like, that's not in their ego, that just really feed off each other's true unconditional love. So that's all I got for y'all, basically. Enjoy your twin flame relationship, whether you're with this person or not, separation or not. It is there for you. Again, it's about you, to learn about you, to heal yourself. And then when you do that, you automatically trigger your twin to do the same. 3 twos again. You automatically trigger them, because guess what? Your energy, your synergy that you create with your twin is sacred. It's divine. It is I'm hearing one of a kind. I know that's cliche, but you get what I'm saying. Like, again, this person, it's an energetic bond. It's a spiritual connection. It's not just your regular everyday connection where you learn lessons. No, you learn to change who you are, to grow into a better person, like you do with everybody, but on a heightened, more level of divinity, shall I say, because again, you've unlocked that unconditional love. Because think about how they treat you. You gotta love them unconditionally for them to allow them to be like, you know what, it's okay. As long as you've healed, we can try this again. We can do this again. As long as you've healed. If you haven't healed, no sir. But if you've healed, we can do this again. Either way, I still love you. Either way, I'm still sending out love to you so that you can heal. That's having that unconditional love, which a lot of people have a hard time doing, because we've been taught to, to people please and then get mad and cut them off and not communicate how we feel to heal the situation, or to release them in love if they're not at a place to do that. So be grateful for your twin flame relationships, y'all. Regardless of how they turn out, it's for you, for your highest good. That's all I got. If y'all got any questions about twin flames or want to book any readings, you can follow that information on soulgoddess9999.com. Peace, love, and light.